Good morning, everyone. Gina Bulow from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live in the Hive by the Cards by Christine studio this morning. Today is the March scrapbook class. We are pulling in the painted lavender DSP and some butterflies to create our page today. When you guys pop in, say hi, tell me where you're coming from, how's everyone doing? A lot of exciting stuff happening around here. Those of you who are following my Facebook page know I painted my office, so I can officially put my office slash craft room together. So that is very exciting. Good morning, Sandra. And this past weekend also, I was unable to go. My children had a robotics competition, so I did the mom thing and I went to robotics and vicariously watched all the girls post things on Facebook to see what was new and coming, because they were all at Onstage in Houston. So I was sad to not be with them, but happy to be with my family as well, and see all the goodies that are coming to you guys. So it's a really exciting time of year, and yet sad time too, because we are getting to the end of our catalogs and a lot of things are going to be retiring. So now is the time to stock up on anything that you've been hoping to get in the catalogs. You'll have till about May to get those things. So, and some things will be carrying over, some things will not. So don't forget to get those things that you're really hoping to get. Good morning, Sandy, Mary coming from Maine and Michigan. Good morning, ladies. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. So anyways, the girls went to Onstage, and I'm a little late this morning because I kind of got a little distracted by some of the goodies that Christine brought home with her. So I'm going to kind of flip you guys around and have you take a peek at some of that. I'm sure she did a video already kind of showing off a lot of her goodies and talked a lot about Onstage. But so this is kind of my first chance to kind of see some of the things, and oh, I'm really sad I didn't get to go because they got a really cool bag, and who doesn't love a cool bag, right? So as you all know, we have in colors. They come out every year. So here are going to be the brand new 24-26 colors. So we have Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, which I believe was an old color, like way before I started stamping. So Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash. Now I will say I love all of these colors. I didn't know that I would like the pink, but I do like the pink. It kind of gives me, I should pull, it kind of gives me a little flirty flamingo vibe, but not as bright and bold. And of course we got a little peach in here, but this Shy Shamrock is absolutely gorgeous, and so Summer Splash. They're all beautiful, and totally up my color alley. I like bright, bold colors, so this is really exciting. The colors that will be retiring are your Sweet Sorbet, I can't think for a second, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, and which one am I missing? Tahitian Tide. I'm missing one more in there. Parakeet Party, which is one of my favorites. So those colors will be retiring. I haven't checked the inventory status. A lot of times those things get sold out really fast. So ink refills, cardstock, any of that, you guys are going to want to stock up on. So you're going to make sure you want to get that. And of course they came out with, ink pads, blends, the cardstock, and all that. So as a demonstrator, we're lucky enough that we'll be able to pre-order a lot of that the beginning of April, so I'll get a lot of those goodies in my hands. The other thing she got is this really cool bag. I love the bag. It's huge. And then there's this cool, of course, in like a peach color, and little container in here. And I guess you could use it for multiple things, but so it has this like little slot in it that you can slide this in, really kind of cool. And it has this where you can make this a makeup bag. Oh, you guys can't see it. Good morning, Brenda. You're coming from Houston, where all the ladies were. They can make compartments. You can make it a, put like your scissors and your Wink of Stella and things like that in here. So really exciting. Lots of goodies they received. One of them, a couple of them that they received was this Leaf Collection background stamp, which seems really cool. I'll be excited to play with that. And this really cool kit. Gosh, I think when I first started stamping with Chris, or shortly after I became a demonstrator maybe, they had this honeycombs that you could get and make balloons, and I forget what set that was. So they came out with a honeycomb kit, and it's super cute and so colorful. They used it as a sun, a hot air balloon, looks like a strawberry. So lots of really cool things that you can make with this card kit. And then it looks like she's got some DSP over here. Let me see. Unbound Beauty, and I believe there's a stamp set and dies that coordinates with this. Look at all of these fun colors. This looks like it is kind of pretty much celebrating all of the new ink colors. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I love stuff like this too. Very cool, you guys. Oh, how exciting. So anyways, yes, we have the new catalog coming out pretty soon, and we're all pretty excited. I actually went live for demonstrators, so I actually got to peek at it already. So lots of good stuff coming. All right, scrapbook page. Who is ready to do some scrapbooking? This month I went really simple with our scrapbook page because I just felt the paper did its own justice, I guess. It was really pretty. I just thought as is, it didn't need a lot of embellishments or things like that. So we just kind of went with it. So what I have here is we're using the Blackberry Bliss 12 by 12 cardstock. This is in the neutrals pack. I've been working with the neutrals pack, I believe, since last fall. So we've been pulling colors out of the neutral packs probably since then. So this is part of that pack still, and I'm just kind of working through it. Okay, and then we're using the Painted Lavender DSP. So what I did with my DSP is I made some like triangles here, and I'll show you how I did that. So I took a piece, this is a 3 by 12 piece of DSP, and I put it in my cutter, and I put the corner down here opposite the corner. I don't know if you guys can see that. So they're opposite each other, and they're going right in the cut line here. And you're gonna slice so that you get two. Okay, so one was 3 by 12, and then I cut another one at 2 by 12. And we're gonna do the same thing with this. Sandy, you've seen so many new awesome DSPs. They are coming out with some great DSP and some really cool stamp sets. As always, that's always exciting when they come out with new stuff. I love new stuff. I love new tricks and things like that. So fun times. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside. So you're going to get, in this kit, you will get 2 strips of 3x12 and 2 strips of 2x12, and then you'll just cut them diagonally when you get them. And also included will be a strip of, I could have cut a 12x12 piece of DSP, but sometimes it's hard to buy packs of DSP, you know, as our 12x12s only come in packs and you only get 2 sheets. So a lot of times what I do is I take my 8.5 by 11 and I stretch it. So I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 that I cut by 4.25 by 11, and then I have a small 1-inch strip that I'm just going to attach like that. And a lot of times you don't see this line. It's covered by a mat or an embellishment or things like that. So if you don't have 12 by 12, this is a great way to do that, is to just stretch your paper, and a lot of times, like I said, you will cover it up with your photo or something like that. So no one knows that you cheated the system a little bit by using an 8.5 by 11. So I'm actually going to put this on my paper already, and I'm just going to center it, or center it the best that I can here. Maybe I should use the ruler here. Good morning, Polly. So what's everyone been up to? You guys know all I've done is like work on my house and things like that. What's everybody doing? I might get glued today. I might not. I'm running towards the end here, you guys. Those for you that also don't know, there will be a price increase with some of our items like cardstock, DSP, I believe maybe the glue, oh my goodness, the glue and things like that might also be going up in price. I guess I didn't pay attention to that, but I know cardstock went up. So now is also a good time to stock up on those things. Before the prices go up. So what does everyone do for Easter? My family, of course, will head out to the farm as we have the last few years. Janet will put on an amazing display of wonderful food and desserts for all of us. The kids will have fun running around the farm, and hopefully the weather's nice where they can hang out outside and things like that. A lot of times they do an Easter egg hunt actually outside in the haymow. I maybe should have put this on first, but that's okay. So you're going to take one piece of your, I guess we'll call this the pattern piece, your larger piece, your 3x12 that you cut in half, and then you're going to take your smaller piece and we're going to tuck it up like that. So you're just kind of crisscrossing your patterns, and I don't know, I think I saw a page or whatever, kind of a sketch or something like this. I thought, oh, that's a really great way. You get to show off your DSP and you know, just show off your DSP, and but yet not use a lot of your DSP, because we all know we all like to hoard our DSP, right? I know I do. As my husband would carry in boxes and boxes of stamping and scrapbook stuff, and I'm going, oh boy. So I'm putting the little piece on first. And I put it on crooked, look at that. And it's sticking already, so we're just gonna leave it. We're not gonna tear our beautiful Blackberry Bliss paper, okay? So you're gonna line up your edges. And this is gonna butt right up to the crumb cake. Sandy, you say you're a hoarder. We're all hoarders, right? I like to say I'm not as bad as my husband though, but I really am. But let's not tell him that. As I complain about all his parts that he keeps, you know, in the garage, and the little light bulbs that he keeps, because you might need those someday. Of course, he gently reminds me that when he uses a part and saved us $2 because he had a part laying in the garage. Like, see, aren't you glad I saved that? And I'm going, uh-huh, sure. Of course, for Easter too, we will have an Easter egg hunt. My kids love an Easter egg hunt at home. And it's going to be, what did I just do here? Ugh, guys, I'm doing this all wrong. They're supposed to be opposite. I get talking and then I forget what I'm supposed to be doing, and yeah, okay. So we're gonna re-glue this. Thank goodness I didn't destroy all of this paper. So it's kind of gonna be opposite. And I will have to hide my glue marks. Good thing I have an eraser at home. And we have some butterflies. See, this is a great thing. We all make mistakes and there's ways to fix them. And now I have glue all over my fingers too. I think it's these hand braces. They're messing me up here. And make sure you put your patterns on going the right direction. And that's one thing you always want to be careful of when you cut your DSP. Make sure you're watching the direction your DSP goes in before you cut it. I've done that many a times where I've cut for a card or a scrapbook page or whatever, and I cut it and I go, ah, you know, because I have cut it in the wrong direction. You know, so you want your flowers here going up and down versus sideways. Okay, so here's page 1, matte, pretty much all ready to go. I'm gonna take these off because I feel like I can't work with them. Okay, oh, it feels better. All right, so this is our basic page here, and then we're gonna come on over to this side and do the same thing. We're gonna have our piece of, and I like to lay these side by side so that when you put them in an album, at least this is what I do, when I put them in an album, they're side by side. So when you open your book, this is how I want them to look in my book. Does that make sense to everyone? How many of you on here actually went to on stage. The only on stage that I ever made was the one in Florida that they had for their 30th anniversary, and then COVID hit. So that was 2019? I think. So they had that in Florida, and I will tell you, it was the best time ever. I had so much fun, and it was just so good to be away and be with like-minded people. Hands down, best experience of my life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything because that time was so valuable. You learn so much when you're with people that like to be creative, and we're all creative in different ways, and it's so much fun to be with those that like to do what you enjoy doing also. So we're going to do this opposite what I did on the other side, and hopefully I'll do this all correctly this time. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to lay them out. So hopefully I don't glue them down wrong. Okay. So that when they're side by side like that, you have this cool kind of look that you created without really working too hard at it. Has anyone started any spring cleaning and changed their scrapbook rooms around or their craft rooms? I know I always tend to this time of year, and also with a new catalog, I will redo, you know, get rid of the old and bring in the new. But you know, like spring and fall cleaning, do you regroup everything and redo it in spring? What do you guys do? I would love to hear what you guys do. How do you guys store? I have like hodgepodge things, but I don't have anything that really coordinates or anything like that. I just kind of have hodgepodge. So I've been looking at different things that I could get or use. I know a lot of girls use IKEA, and they like to use the shelves and things like that there. And Stamping Storage has some cool different ways to store your paper and things like that. So does anyone have any advice for me as I am redoing my room here? And okay, so here's our pages. Okay, I'm really bad at gluing today. If you don't have one of these beautiful magic erasers, I believe Chris gets them on Amazon. They last forever. I've had mine since I started stamping and have not had to replace it at all. And now that my glue up here has slightly dried, I just take this and it removes all of the adhesive. So it's really great. Okay, so I've removed most of my mess here that I've made. You know, for such an easy page, I showed you guys it was such an easy page that I think I jinxed myself because I'm making a mess here and I'm not gluing things down right. But anyways, so this is our basic layout here. And it's completely up to you how you like to lay your photos for this. There are many options you could do. You could take a 4x6 and you could lay some 4x4s down with it. So lots of different ways. So you could do something like that. You could take two 4x6 photos and do that. So you actually 4. So you could do 4 across if you wanted to. You could do 2 4x6s and 3 4x4s. Another option would be you could do a 4x6 with, I believe these are 3x4. So this is just computer paper that I cut up in different paper sizes, and this is what I use when I am creating my pages as to kind of how I want things laid out. So you could do that, have 2 2x3s, a 4x6, and 3 4x4s. You could also just line your entire page with small photos that are all 3x4s. So you have a lot of options. So when I send you kits, a lot of times I do have a mat or something, but feel free to remember, these are your scrapbook pages. So I want you guys to make them yours. So a lot of us are gonna find whatever pictures we want to coordinate and match, you know, our layout. So you have options. You don't have to necessarily put all your photos here. You could do, you know, mixing them up tall and short. You could definitely do something like that. You could bring these all close together like this. You could also turn these around depending what your photos, if they're horizontal or vertical, and do your photos like this also. And as you can see, that spot where I put that extra piece of crumb cake, because of your photos or your mats, whatever you use, that will be covered. So no one will even see that you did that with your scrapbook page, okay? So this is our basic layout. Lots of options for photos, completely, like I said, up to you how you want to lay your photos out, okay? I'm going this way with mine. And so we're gonna bring in some of the butterflies. We had those packs of sheets of butterflies, and there's 5 on a sheet. So we're bringing those butterflies in. And then I took a bunch of pieces of the lavender, painted lavender dies, the flowers, and I cut them out. Just gonna separate things a little bit. So you get 5 different size, all of the butterflies are different. So you will get 1 sheet of these butterflies in your kit. Now, I didn't advertise or anything like that with this kit. So this is kind of the advertisement for this kit is, this kit is $24 plus $6 for shipping. So those of you that need it shipped, it's $30. I am leaving this open till the end of the month. I will put kits together April 1st and get them shipped out. So if you want a kit, please let me know. Okay, so we have 5 different butterflies, and you can flap these around. There is no right side, wrong side, depending how you want your butterflies to face. Okay, and I have a cool little technique for you guys today. And it's an old technique. It's been around for a long time. And it's the baby wipe technique. And I've kind of seen a rash of it kind of going around again lately. So I thought I like the mixture of the different colors with this set, all the different purples. So we're gonna do a little bit of stamping. Not much though. I try not to do a lot of stamping. I'm just curious, do you guys like stamping on your scrapbook pages? I'm always just kind of, I try to be thoughtful in how I create these, just like when we create cards, that if you don't have this specific stamp set that you, that there's something similar out there, or that you can, or a different option as far as stamping goes. Now they have these flowers in their set like this, and there's two ways you can do it. There is a stamp that goes with it. I don't know what the flower, I mean lavender, it's lavender, but there's not a real specific, I guess there is a specific shape, but not really as far as the stamp set goes. So you could just take purple markers and just kind of dot it in different colors to fill in this flower if you didn't have this stamp set, okay? So now we're going to use a baby wipe here. And I'm going to fold it up. If you don't have baby wipes at home, you can use paper towel. I just wet my paper towel. I somehow don't have baby wipes at home for whatever reason. I'm out. So that I had to put on my list to get. And all I'm gonna do, and I put some paper towel down just so that it doesn't go through. And then I brought in my clear case. So I'm gonna start with my darkest color. I'm using Blackberry Bliss, Highland Heather, and Fresh Freesia. And I'm just gonna kind of dot it around on the baby wipe. And you want to ink it up good. It's like inking up an ink pad. Okay, so you're basically making your very own ink pad. The other thing you have to remember, when you do this technique, if you do like paper towel, just be mindful that your paper towel, if it has texture on it, that will show up on your stamp. So just be aware of that texture, kind of like if you're doing the kissing technique, it kind of will leave a little bit of a pattern. So if you're looking for a solid image, make sure that your baby wipe and your paper towel have kind of no texture to it. This, I don't mind that it has texture just because they're flowers and flowers have texture, right? So I brought in my stamp set. I probably could have, it should have, made this wider. That's better. Okay, so I inked it up like I would a regular ink pad, and then I'm going to go right here and stamp on top. So just, here's a close-up of it. I kind of missed a spot there, but I'm going to do that again on another one. There we go. I must not have enough ink there in the center. So I missed a little bit there. So that's all you have to do. You've created your own ink pad, and here's a different one I did at home. So you get multiple colors and you get lights and darks and things like that. So it makes a really pretty, let me see the light. Can you guys see it a little better? The light sometimes doesn't show up very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bunch of flowers. And by doing that, see, so it will go through the other side. So you do want to make sure that you have it on a surface that won't absorb the ink. Okay, so I cut out, this is actually from, oh goodness, I forget the name of the set. It's an ice cream set, okay? And this was the cone in it. And we're gonna use that as our flower wrapper, okay? So I have 2 of my pieces that I stamped. And we're gonna bring in some of the other flowers in this set. And I'm gonna bring out my Wink of Stella because everything is better with a little bit of Stella, right? And we'll do that right here on my scrap paper here. If you guys are looking to contact me, I know some of you have reached out to Christine, and she does just kind of forward it on to me, but if you need to contact me, my Facebook page is actually where I keep the most up-to-date information. So Glitter and Ink with Gina. So you always want to go there and follow me there. That's, like I said, where I have the most up-to-date information. You can always email me at ginalbulo@gmail.com and contact me that way also. And my Facebook page will always have pinned at the top my current host code. So keep that in mind also. So I'm just glistening up a bunch of these. Hopefully they will get these back in stock soon.
Which one?
The Wink of Stella?
Yeah, they have no ETA.
Yeah.
It's a supplier.
It's a supplier issue, nothing that Stampin' Up! Can control. So we don't know when they will be back in stock, but hopefully soon, because I don't know what I would do without Stella in my world. I'd have to get the glitter out, and you know, sometimes those guys aren't too fond of glitter all over the house. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Tyler's not a fan of glitter either.
Yeah, really.
So, okay, so I've got a bunch of them all kind of glittered up. I'm going to glitter up these little guys too while I'm at it. Okay. So to create our little vase, I'm just going to put a little piece of tear tape in here, actually 2 pieces, like so. And when you get this, it has score lines already in it, so where you fold it, so that's really great too. Good morning, Linda, welcome. I should be using my take-a-pick tool to get this off. I cut my fingernails down the other day and I can't get them up as well. So we're gonna take 2 of our dark green, our shaded spruce, and I'm just kind of layering. So I've got shaded spruce here, Lost Lagoon, and then our purples are Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, and Highland Heather. Okay. can't grasp it, guys. It's not wanting to come off. There we go. So I'm just layering a bunch of these flowers in here. Just creating a nice little floral arrangement. And you can tear off the stems if you feel like they're too long, just to give them some variation in here, in height. So like I said, I'm just layering it all in here. And then I'm going to take a glue dot on the back of these flowers that we stamped. Polly, you said you don't stamp much in your layouts. I like to stamp. I think it adds texture to my pages, but I'm also fine with, you know, just die cuts and things like that too. It's kind of a personal preference, and a lot of times I don't do much for titles either, because I feel like everybody has a title that they want to put it. I like to use titles, sentiments, things like that in my layouts, but it's hard to know. You know, everybody has, you know, whether they want it to be a birthday layout or, you know, what they want that layout to be. So I tend to not put a lot as far as when I create for all of you, and a lot of times I will go home then and put a title in myself later. So then all you have to do is, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this side and fold it in like that, and put a little bit more glue on that side. So there we go. So we have our beautiful little bunch of flowers, and I kind of felt like this should be more of a Mother's Day. I guess that's kind of what I thought of in my head as I was going through this, kind of a Mother's Day. This is kind of a very feminine page, so that is what I was thinking when I was going through this. Now we're also going to take some of our white twine, and we're gonna wrap it around. I'm gonna put a piece of tear tape on the back. You guys see, when you see my hands like this, I'm always, oh, where did it go? How many of you do that while you're stamping? You lose things, whether it's your glue bottle or the die that you cut. How many of you lose them along the way? I do that all the time. I sit there. It's always right in front of you, but you know how it goes. Okay, so I wrap that around. I don't know, I think I'm going to wrap it around another time here. So I went around 3 times. I'm going to cut that, and then we'll make a bow with our bow maker. And we're going to use some dimensionals to pop this up. Hello, Kenzie. Welcome. Melanie, good morning. You agree with me, very feminine. Yes, I thought I'd do a very feminine. I try to keep things, well, I guess I have done more, just it's been a lot of holidays and stuff like that since I started. So we're just gonna put this off to the side here. That way it'll cover probably part of your photo that you adhere. So we'll just kind of tuck this down through here, like so. We're gonna bring in our bow maker. And if you're ever looking for a bow maker, always reach out to Christine. She has them. And we're gonna make a double bow. I feel like I want a bigger bow. Let's go with the bigger bow, you guys. Now I need a bigger piece of twine.
That looks awesome.
Chris says it looks awesome. You know why? Because it's purple, you guys.
All the colors are amazing. They make me happy to look at.
And I'm sure she was very happy about the new purple, what is it?
Petunia pop.
Petunia Pop.
Absolutely.
I bet there was a big squeal.
Oh, Karen Weston was really happy too.
We got some purple fans in the house. I like the color, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Shy Shamrock. I think
Shamrock, okay.
it's really pretty, but I do like the peach pie too. I like them all.
You like peach pie because it's orange.
Yeah, it's a shade of orange. It's happy. Orange is happy.
Happy.
And we'll use a glue dot.
Okay.
So there we go. We got a cute little bow. I'm going to trim my tails just a little bit. I want them longer. There we go. So we have that off to the side. And then we're going to add some butterflies. Like I said, this is a very simple layout that I did, but I just thought between the floral DSP and a little bit of floral and butterflies that simple was almost better with this layout, because I think everything else on here was so pretty. But completely up to you. And you know, another thing you can do with your butterflies is you can definitely ink them up also. Like I said, make these pages what work for you. And I'm just gonna pop these up in a corner over here. And I'm actually gonna take the end of my dimensionals, the small sheet. There's a solid edge that goes around, and I'm just going to use that to put dimension on my butterflies. And you could probably use the strips, but I believe they might be a little bit too fat. So, but don't quote me on that. And before I put this down, I'm going to add a little bit of ink. Now just remember too, if you do ink these up and you use your Wink of Stella, it does kind of act almost like a watercolor. So it will move your ink around. So just be aware of that when you color your butterflies and you put your Wink of Stella over the top of it, okay? Anyone going on spring break anywhere? Anyone do anything fun, traveling anywhere? So there we go. We just tuck that up there. And I left mine white because I have so much color already. You know what, guys? My page is upside down. My flowers are going the wrong direction. So you got to pay attention to those things. Let's see if I can pull this up. See, this is what I mean when you cut your paper and things like that. Make sure that you check the direction on which things are going. Okay. There. Phew. Let's try this again, now that my flowers are all in the right direction. There we go. So that's all I'm doing on this page. And once you add your photos, I don't know, I really, really like this. I think it was just such a nice, pretty layout. You could put another butterfly here. Maybe we will. You never know. And this one, I am going to put a little bit of a label. I thought of 2 different ways you could do this. I'm going to use my Blackberry Bliss ink, and I have You're Simply Marvelous. Okay, so really that saying is very versatile. You could use it for anything. It could be a birthday. It could be someone that you want to celebrate, someone who's special in your life. Okay, and the other thing I did is we have this wonderful alphabet set of dies. And it's basically one big die, and then there's a few, your period and question mark, thing like that, that are separate dies. And I cut the word mom out. I have an M, an O. Do I have another M? Should we cheer? M-O-M, here we go. Okay, so you could do just a tag. You could stamp on it like this. So I have Fresh Freesia here, Blackberry Bliss, or we can go in here and write the word mom. And I think that is what I am going to do, because I feel like I'm going to make this a Mother's Day page. Now, one thing you could do when you die cut these out, we have the adhesive sheets, or we have the dimensional sheets. You could adhere your piece of cardstock to that when you die cut it, and that way you could already have adhesive on these or have dimensionals on the back. I think I'm in need of a new glue bottle here. So there we go. And I put it towards the edge because I'm gonna actually put a butterfly on here. So I'll set this one aside just because I need a little more space in here. Okay. So we have our mom on here, and of course, we're gonna Stella this. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Look what Christine brought me. They brought a color wheel back. What time do you leave today?
For class, in 40 minutes.
Okay. I'll try to sneak in and hear some more goodies about it, her trip. So I need to play with this yet a little bit to give you guys a little education on the color wheel. I use the color wheel a lot in my life when I mix hair color and things like that, what I need to do to achieve the colors that I want. And Chris would say a lot of times that I helped her and putting colors together. So we'll talk about the color wheel down the line. Like I said, all sorts of fun stuff. Our next on stage next year will be in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm hoping to.
Can you like make it happen? It would be amazing.
It would be totally amazing. You know, this darn robotics. I saw Raleigh. I told Glenn, I said, it's only in North Carolina. That's not that far.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to be making that happen because I love Onstage. Onstage is so much fun and it's so inspiring. So yes, that is my goal. I better get Stampede so I can sneak and talk with her for a few minutes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting a label just kind of in the center here. No rhyme or reason as to what I'm doing. I just kind of put things in places. That's what I do. And I'm going to put my butterfly on here, but I'm going to put a little bit of our greenery here. Actually, I probably should put that down before my label, but that's okay. So we're going to go use our glue dots. And I'm leaving these without adhesive on the top. That way I can tuck my pictures and that in there. Actually, I'm going to use glue because it'll go faster. My leaves are all getting stuck together, you guys. Like that. And maybe we're just going to leave it like that, I think. Where is, like, I have two wings here. One is working really, really well, and the other one not so much. So the other thing Stampin' Up! Did is they put out a challenge to us demonstrators to better your best in the month of April. But since I've kind of only just started with my Stampin' Up! Business, I am going to, so they're saying compare it to your sales and stuff from last year. And of course, I wasn't doing much last year at this time, and now that I am, so I'm accepting that challenge. But instead of just focusing on, you know, what I did for sales last year, I'm actually going to try to better my best in whole. So I'm going to make April my best month, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. So watch for details for that. If you want to be on my email list, I haven't done much with emails yet. One thing at a time for me. Technology is slow, but it goes with me. That is my goal, is to get an April newsletter out. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut these ends just a little bit. There. And then we're gonna add those dimensionals again. Oh. Anyone have any big plans for today? Anything exciting? I have to finish up my tax paperwork. I have to see my accountant today. So I need to make sure I have all my ducks in a row and have everything ready for him. How many of you have yours all done already and are on the ball? Usually by now I am all done, but with the move, of course, that delayed me a little bit. So we're just going to put our butterfly right here, like so. And then we're going to add a few more butterflies. You guys are awfully quiet this morning. Some of you may still be recovering from on stage, right? All right, very simple layout, but very pretty. That's all I did. Oh, I forgot to wink up these butterflies. And we have one final thing we're going to add. We're going to go through and add some of the purple gems that coordinate with this suite and come in different shades of purple. Just add them to our butterflies. Oh, this one missing the glue dot. So how many of you are purple lovers? Because this is totally for you then. There we go. So there's that. So page 1, or page 2 I should say. Like I said, I went really simple, but I think the DSP and how beautiful it is really showcase, I should say, is the star of the pages. And then we will add some over here. There we go. What do you guys think? Do we like this? I love it. Like I said, purple is not my favorite color. Peach, coral, those are my favorite colors, but for all you purple fans, and I don't know, I do really, this color combination of all the purples, and there you have warm purples and cool purples together, so I think it's really great. Let me see if I can, I need to move this. There we go. Now you guys can see. Very simple, and once you get your photos on here, and this might be, there's so much color and prettiness going on in the backgrounds and stuff. A really pretty black and white photos would look really cool on this too. And I think I said that with last month's class also. There was just a lot of color on the pages, and I think it would have been really cool with some black and white. So that is this month's scrapbook layout. And if you guys want kits, they are available. I will be taking orders till the end of the month and get those shipped out on April 1st. So you have until the end of March here to RSVP. What else is coming up? Monday is an in-person and online class. I will be live at 9 o'clock on this next Monday. I'm not sure what the date is. We're just doing our Monday Create class. It's where we create 3 cards. So I have some Easter cards and just some fun cards for you guys. Cost of that is $17, add $6 for shipping for those of you who need it shipped. I will continue to do kits. I will take orders for kits through the end of March for those of you who want to do the online. For those of you who want to attend in person, please let me know by Sunday if you would like to attend. I will hopefully get a post out later today with a photo of the cards, so I will try to get that done today. Anything else I need to share with any of you? Just some of the updates. Like I said, if there's something you've been eyeballing in the annual catalog, in the occasions catalog, now is the time to get it. It's also a great time to stock up on some of your basics like cardstock, your glue. There will be a price increase with the new catalog, so keep that in mind. So if you use a lot of basic white, which most of us do, now would be a time to stock up on it. And remember, we have retiring in colors, so get those before they're gone. I should have looked, I didn't look at the dates to refresh my memory, but there is going to be the last chance sale coming up. So some items that will be retiring will be marked down. Look for details on that. You can find that. I'll be posting that on my Facebook page. So like I said, if you want to get information and know what's kind of going on with glitter and ink, going to my Facebook page is the best way to do that. That's probably the place I keep most updated. I eventually will get the whole email thing going and get everyone set up in there. Just needing the time to do that. So I hope you are all doing well and excited. I'm very excited to play with some of these new colors. Hopefully we'll do an in color class next month. I'm hoping to incorporate the new in colors. So anyways, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate all of you. Don't forget to go to my glitter and ink page and like and follow it. I did create a YouTube page, but I think I have to upload a video before people can find it. So I have to work on that. Yeah, so I think that's all.